Hello, this is the Clock Everything channel, and this is the first video of my series on the Rebel Ink tutorial. I'll be going each and every bit, every little single bit, so that instead of having an over-encompassing tutorial that may gloss over some aspects, you can simply find the bit that you need to learn more about to master the game of Rebel Ink. Today we'll be talking about the civilian initiative screen, seeing as I have literally nothing else to talk about, and their benefits. Alright, so right when you begin starting off, when you load up a brand new game of Rebel Ink, you need to know that the civilian initiatives are one of the most important throughout the game. Even while government and military initiatives are very, very much required, civilian is generally, it helps you get followers, supporters, which will lead to the stabilization of regions. It would also lead to a decrease in the hostile population, which would lead to a greater recruitment for the insurgency, which would make your life exponentially harder. So, let's go over the different forms of the civilian initiatives. You have development, you have one that will essentially give them jobs in the bottom left, and then there's the one smack dab which essentially makes people's lives a lot easier. I forget what they're called, don't judge me. Now, the one in the middle is definitely one of the more popular, you should probably start off with that one because it allows you to regenerate the schools. It allows you to bring back healthcare, and most importantly, it brings back basic water and sanitation supplies for the people, which would lead to a significant decrease in the hostile population, which again is most of the cause of the insurgents. Now, I would recommend starting off with the water supplies first because those will significantly decrease the population and improves your support level a lot more and will make it significantly easier to stabilize the region. I would go for those first, and I would probably stop at advanced sanitation. You also need to be careful where you're spending it because there will be significant amounts of inflation. More on that later. Now, the one on the right, development discussions, essentially makes the infrastructure, or sorry, not development. I've been calling that something wrong the entire time. Development that's not what it's called. It's called infrastructure discussions. It essentially makes the roads a lot better, which, while giving an increase to support level, at least some of them anyway, there is highway, dirt road, and main road. There's also telecoms and electricity. Now, these will essentially, while increasing your support level, because people are like, hey, we have cell phones and it's easier to get around and stuff, but it also lets your troops move around faster, especially in, it takes a really long time for them to travel to remote zones, so it's really important that you get those also when the insurgency starts, because then it essentially makes it easier for your troops to get around, and once you upgrade like all of it, your troops will get around lickety-split. It would also help if you were to have the logistics upgrade for your national soldiers, but more on that in a next video. Now, another one that there is the one that essentially gives them jobs. I think it's called development discussions. It will lead, because if you do not address these issues, people will begin protesting over the lack of jobs. The game will let you know that. It will help, depending on what it is, such as the development of a bank, which would help in urban zones, remote subsidies that helps with remote areas, help people in remote areas get jobs, and there is ones for farming, like goats and stuff, improved farming, which will allow faster, more people liking you in the rural zones. And depending on how you react to this, there might be certain events in the game that happen, such as there would be little notifications being like, hey, remember that global market thing you did? Well, now y'all's carpets are like on the main show stage, and everyone loves you now. So that kind of thing. So those were the civilian initiatives. Now, be careful not to spend all of your money in civilian. There's also some government and military initiatives that will require your attention. It requires a great amount of attention, actually. So don't overlook the other two branches, but do give the civilian one a great deal of attention, because that will essentially make your life overall easier and is key to stabilizing the region. That's all I got. If you want to know anything more, I will make a sort of like a smaller side video further explaining and going into greater detail if you want. Please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next video.